with this section, I told you was a bit hybrid, and I have two guests that are going to accompany me, join me on this beautiful set. You know them both, because one of them has been a member of the jury, is a member of the jury today, and the other one is well known as well. So please, join me, Paloma Tejada and Juan Urdiales. Where are you? Here they are. Paloma Tejada from BBVA. Take that chair. And Juan Urdiales, lovely to see you again. It's been a long time. You don't change. No, please.
Okay.
Please, men in the middle. You don't change with time, Juan Urdiales. It's lovely to see you. Always looking young, energetic, and fantastic.
Thank you.
And Paloma as well, but I never met her. I mean, this is the first time I'm with her, so it's lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Guys, welcome to South Summit 2020. Juan is a friend from ever.
No, thank you for making the effort. In such a year, it's great to see this.
Oh, we're exhausted.
It's actually unbelievable.
It's great to be here.
And well, BBVA is a friend from ever as well. But anyway, I invite you to join us and have a drink here of this fantastic, it's water. Can you believe it, in this can? No plastic water. I love it.
Let's get this can.
It's my first time sitting down on the whole morning, so I'm really tired. Okay, so let me start with you. I'm going to give Paloma a little break because she's been jury as well, asking questions. But Juan Urdiales is the CEO of Job and Talent. Everybody knows Job and Talent. And Juan, but you work with thousands of clients, obviously, all over the world. What are the greatest technology innovations you have seen being adopted, and are some of these being accelerated due to COVID?
Yes, actually we, as you know, we're a marketplace between employers and workers, and we have seen some trends being accelerated. One that has actually changed a lot our marketplace, and actually the satisfaction level of the workers and candidates in the marketplace has been the video interview during these times. Okay, it's like we used to have that feature in the app for years, and it was just adopted by 5–10% of workers and companies, because the companies of the marketplace, they wanted to see the workers in person to do a physical interview. But it was because of, but during COVID times, the first strong wave, there was no way to, we had a lot of clients actually that they were recruiting a lot of people. We work with a lot of e-commerce companies, supermarkets, and before COVID, all those companies were actually meeting physically the workers before hiring them, and now it's like after COVID, they have adopted the video interview. And the video interview is an automated interview that is run by the candidate in the app by themselves. And then what we have is some professional recruiters rating that interview on remote. It's not that we have one recruiter interacting with the worker. The worker record himself, answering some questions in real time that they come through. So we believe that we have advanced probably 5 years in just 5 months, because we have now there is no hiring in our platform happening without a video interview, actually. Wow. So 100% of them, from a 5–10% adoption to 100%. And this is actually bringing us a new avenue and a new path, because we can plug in the future some AI features to actually rate automatically those workers and try to make a better matching by the use of AI in there, And
okay, let me stop you there, because I want to come back to you and tell us more about all that. But let me go to Paloma now, and obviously from your experience at BBVA dealing with companies, what are the challenges that you see these companies are facing right now in the frame of this future of work? Mm-hmm. What are the priorities in the COVID situation? Have their priorities changed?
Sure. Well, this pandemic has forced us all into, it's brought a disruption that forced us all into a new culture, no? And we have to reinvent ourselves, individuals and enterprises, no? But in the midst of all this disruption, we can find opportunities to instill positive change. Some of them you were just mentioning, no? That acceleration of and adapting of new technology. South Summit is a beautiful example of that adaptation, right, this year. That's what's making us resilient. And I think that the key is how to do that and what to prioritize. Luis Diaz from Accenture was mentioning a lot of the trends. I would prioritize 3 of them. The first one is the leadership style. We need to move from a command and control style to one based on trust. And there's many ways to do it. At BBVA, we're We're promoting values like entrepreneurship, empowerment, and accountability. A second trend or a second area of work would be performance. And actually, what is it that we value? Because in traditional models, we value and therefore reward it, and most likely we're confusing productivity with availability, effort, and presence. And now we need to really find those systems, performance systems, that identify the true creation of value and that don't confuse those presentism with productivity. And lastly, and probably most important, is we need to realize that we are facing a potential loss of engagement of our employees. Why? Because in a remote world, we're going to see each other less, no? It's undoubtedly. And that means that we're going to share less experiences together, and that will have an impact on the way we relate to each other and the way we relate to the company. The physical space allows for informal and formal connections that help us build trust and share values, common purpose, the company's purpose and values. No? So that's a big challenge. And there's probably many ways to do it. At BBVA, we launched an emotional well-being site with a lot of resources, but we also launched, for instance, a resilience program, right? And also we're testing, I'll talk a little bit more about that if we have more time, but we're testing, for instance, hybrid models, because we think that the on-site work and the remote work has benefits as well, no? So we can benefit, and we're focusing or prioritizing the physical space more for the team building dynamics or feedback or creation and innovation, no?
We have 1 minute left. I know this is TV, but getting back to what you were saying and Paloma mentioned, the opportunities you're seeing for job and talent, improving your product, your service to recruiters, but taking into account what she was mentioning about values and these priorities that have changed. Have you seen this, and are you actually using AI or other tools to implement that? Is it what she's saying? Is it resonating with you?
Absolutely. I think that we, on that sense, for example, one thing that we or myself as CEO, I was not tracking as much as I'm tracking right now, it was the employee NPS. Mm-hmm. So now it's one of the key metrics of every week. It's like we're trying to do as many surveys as we can to try to understand better the employees, how they're feeling, how they're engaged with the company, how they believe in the mission. Totally. And I think that is more relevant than ever, because before you were at the office, you had the pulse of the company. But when you're in remote, and we're going to be in remote, in our cases until September 2021, you need to have those tools actually to understand what your employees are thinking, what the team is actually, what are the emotions of the team, and the values that are being shared, and that's something that has been accelerated too in absolutely so in line with what Paloma is saying.
Paloma, I don't want to go without asking you what you wanted to say in 20 seconds.
Yes, I just wanted to add that right now the most crucial thing is that we don't forget the emotional side of the solution, because in a crisis, most companies focus on, and we need to focus on the contention, on the P&L, on the results. No, we need to protect the results, but we also have to focus on the emotional side. And applying empathy and compassion can help our employees navigate through this very complex journey right now, and that's why focusing on resilience that will help us overcome negative biases, build an agile mindset, or gain self-awareness and help us connect to each other in a more positive way is crucial. So I would just say that let's not forget the emotional side, and let's help our employees build resilience.
Wow, that was the most interesting, intense 10 minutes of my life. I have to say, I'm going to stay with one word that you said that I think it summarizes everything, which is trust. Trust and all these values that you both are in line for the future of work with the press. The answer you gave from Mad was saying is the new work order, not the future of work, but the new work order. I want to thank you so much, Juan Urdiales, for being here, Job and Talent, and Paloma, BBVA. We have to say goodbye to Paloma Tejada, BBVA, and Juan Urdiales, Job and Talent, but let's keep meeting.
Yes, of course.
I'm waiting for you here next year.